Signore e signori,
dichiaro aperta la celebrazione Giochi Olimpici Invernali.
Si sta avvicinando allo stadio.
Forza, forza! Vai, 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 vai! Record della pista! Record della pista! Prima!
Buongiorno and welcome to Keep the Flame Alive's Day 9 coverage of the Milano Cortina 2026 Winter Olympic Games. I am your host, Jill Jaracz, coming to you from Shukflastan House, joined as always by my lovely co-host, Alison Brown. Alison, ciao, como stai?
Como stai? I love that. Stai bene. Do you know how many times I've had to break out my mi dispiace, I don't speak Italian sentence? And
hey, at least you know that, which I forget what it all is. I just get angry. It's been a beautiful day.
Are we in the Spring Olympics? It's so confusing to my brain to go outside and it's hot and then go inside and I'm freezing in the ice houses.
Yeah, today was like 59 degrees. It was sunny and beautiful and also sunny and sweaty if you're us.
Yes.
I mean, like, I pulled out some heavier pants to wear because I was sitting in an ice rink and I'm like, I can't do it. Good thing. And I wore something pretty lightweight and I was perfectly fine.
Yes.
It's not good, but it was gorgeous outside, which I enjoyed the semi view from our window as I sat and did photo management and logistics all morning.
I know you did.
I'm so angry about this. It's frustrating. So I may have to take a trip to the travel desk and transport desk to find out. I think the thing is, we have an app to use, and they're very big on, well, you look it up in the app. The app is slow. All of the apps they have are slow. The media system we have is clunky.
And the other problem is it doesn't allow you to play with different options.
Yeah.
You can't say, okay, then what's the next train? Or, oh, what if I tweaked this step? You have to start from the beginning and do a whole new trip.
Yeah. It's a pain in the butt. So I just start putting in, well, what's on at like 1 a.m? And then I somehow get a list. But I didn't figure out, because we're trying really hard to get to Cortina. We might be able to make it happen if we can get home at the end of the day, wherever home may be for a couple days. And it took me forever to figure out that maybe the main bus stop is not like because I was just putting in curling or sliding center because I could find our entrance for that. But then I realized that there's a more main bus hub, it seems like. But I need to get confirmation on that.
Yes. The only thing I figured out is the last train is before 8:00. So that doesn't leave us a lot of leeway. And that still gets us back at like 1 a.m.
Oh, jeez. That's not fun.
No.
Because a lot of stuff happens after 8:00 at night.
Yeah.
In Cortina. Well, we'll see. We'll look for that news in a couple days. We have to make a decision.
Make a decision,
soon.
yeah.
All right. What did we forget to tell you yesterday?
Well, I forgot nothing because I'm perfect.
Oh.
That's what we forgot.
Okay. Yeah. Well, all right. Have you had the chocolate muffin here?
I saw the chocolate muffin. I did not get the chocolate muffin. I think I can get it tomorrow. I will be back in that venue.
Okay. Yes. So when I was at ice skating, they have muffins there. And one is something that looks like the famed chocolate muffin from Paris 2024. So I did get it. Fine. Chocolate muffin with a little bit of pudding in the middle. I mean, I can see if you'd like it, you really, really like it. And if you're kind of meh, I tried it. It was nice. Maybe they're better like hot and fresh.
With a glass of milk or some tea.
Potentially. I forgot to tell you I got controlled in the train on the way to Bormio.
What does that mean?
It's passport control.
Oh.
So when I say controlled, this dates back to when I did study abroad and I was in Vienna, and it was honor system public transportation. And we had monthly passes, and they would randomly come around and they'd have people not guards is the wrong word, but they had control officers, and they'd come in and check your passports. They'd open a car and be like, all right, where's your ticket? And if you didn't have a ticket, you got like a 200 shilling. This is how
long
ago it was. Fine. And so you were never without your pass. But it was kind of a big deal to get controlled because some people I don't think ever got controlled in our class the whole semester we were there. So,
but you got controlled in Bormio.
Got controlled on the way to Bormio. It was pretty awesome.
So, can they just randomly ask for your passport?
Yeah,
Is that
you get
the point?
a couple of guards, a couple of police guys came on, and they were like, "Where's your passport?"
Wow.
And granted, that's different from getting controlled on a ticket. This is kind of a weird one. I don't know how much I like getting controlled on a passport because I think they put it into a little handheld device, and I think they're checking for visas.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty cray. I forgot to tell you, I saw an argument on the street between a man and a woman, and she kept saying, "Basta! Basta!"
It's my favorite Italian word.
I thought of you.
It's my favorite Italian word. Basta!
She was not happy with him.
Clearly, she had enough.
That's right. All right. Do you have an officiating or volunteer job you would like to do today?
Yes, I do. And I'm very upset about this.
I love the jobs where we're like, we can do this so much better.
So went to figure skating tonight, wanted a start list so I could make notes. Mm-hmm. I was told I could not have a start list. I could take a picture of it. And I said, I don't need a picture of it. I have it on my computer. I want a piece of paper so I can write notes on the piece of paper. And she said, well, we don't want to be copying and having all this paper. And
I get that. Yeah.
Refused
Wow.
to make a copy. Another man stole the one copy from the desk because I saw him with it. And I said to him, did you get a paper from the desk? He said, I stole it.
I don't think they understand. I get the not putting out reams of paper. Because,
Yes, but if someone is asking you for it,
Right.
then they're obviously going to use it.
Right.
So I would be the media desk person so that if somebody asked me for a printed start list,
Yeah.
and then when I said, you can take a picture of it, they said, no, I want a piece of paper, I would give it to them.
Right? Because, especially for photographers, it helps so much to have that paper. And they were scrambling at skiing yesterday because they were printing out start lists. And people needed them. They obviously weren't going to have their computers out. So if they wanted to make notes or anything, they needed a paper start list. And they were running out of toner. There was a hullabaloo there.
So clearly they have been told not to print. But if somebody is asking you
Right.
for paper,
Yes, we really don't have the same amount of paper that even we had in Paris.
yes, and I have no problem with having to ask for it.
Right.
I have no issue with that. The same thing happened at hockey. I asked them for it because I wanted a piece of paper to make notes on because I did not know the players very well.
Yes. So
And-
you needed to numbers and you could put a name with them.
Exactly. And to keep track of it so I didn't have to have my computer up distracting me from watching the game. Mm-hmm. Happily gave me the piece of paper.
Very nice. Very nice. Because I remember at Beijing, less so at Paris because they were really getting in on the don't use paper scam.
Yeah, Beijing gave us paper we didn't need.
Yeah, but it'd be like weather conditions. And now I'm really digging for weather conditions. So I'm not, I did like that paper, but I did also think they had too much because there was just a lot of stuff that you didn't need, but there's stuff you do need. Paper is still essential. Don't knock it, especially when you have a clunky system. I can't tell you how much we have this section called news, which gives us a lot of quotes and things like that. But you scroll down to the bottom, and to get to the next page, you have to scroll up to the top because that's where the next page clicker is. Don't get me started. Anyway, and you listeners don't care about Media Zone. Let me tell you that. And Media Zone is a new name for us, and I don't know if I like it. I don't like the old name either. It was My Info.
Oh, My Info. Yeah, that was very, very distinct.
All right. I would like
Your officiating
yes,
job.
I would like to be the false start flag man at speed skating because that was what I went to today. And
I
know-
never saw him. I never got a false start when I've been out
we
there.
had a lot of false starts today, and I noticed this just on like the last one, of course. But it's a guy who's standing somewhat near the bell and the finish line, not the start. And it's a little red flag with white Olympic rings on it, and it's on a very long pole, and he sticks it out. And I was trying to figure out what that meant. Maybe it was stop. I don't know.
It
Pause.
was, do not go past this point because it's a false start. So go
Right.
back to the starting line.
So that's what I would be up
Young
for.
skaters.
Did you have any cultural moments today?
I had no culture today.
No culture.
Except I did get the hot food at figure skating.
What did you, and what did you think?
Today was green lasagna,
Ooh.
which was it had green onion
Oh,
and asparagus and string bean,
nice.
plus a little potato.
Nice.
It was very strange and very good.
Nice. Isn't the hot food delightful?
It was just delightful to have hot food during the day.
Right? Oh, I will say that. I'm quite pleased that we not only get the regular sandwich option,
But a plate of the day.
but a plate of the day. Thank you. I did a lot of logistics.
You've become
Garbage.
so intimately enmeshed with the train system of Northern Italy.
My goodness, don't even get me started. I did go on a little scavenger hunt today because listener Nicholas from Olympic Rings and Other Things, he has been telling us different things that he has found. And one of them
Yes.
I didn't even know. I ran into him at speed skating and he said, oh, he was giving out these little ceramic hearts that he and his sister had made with little Olympic rings stamped in them. They're really cute. And he had them in this little Tina and Milo tin. And I'm like, where did you get that? And he's like, didn't you get my pictures? And it came in when I was coming back from cross country and getting low on phone battery. So I was freaking out. And so I don't download stuff then. And I had seen he had gone to a sandwich bar and I had seen something later on and I totally missed all these cute little tins that he sent us. So I was going to go look for those. He also told us that Burger King was having a deal with Coke. And if you buy a large meal and then if you spend a little bit more, you could get socks or a little, it's not a balaclava. They're calling it a snood here. So I can't tell you what I would call it, but it's a little buff. It's a buff. And they will have upcoming an eye mask. So I did get the socks.
Oh, you did? Oh, you got
They
the
are
socks.
long red socks with little snowflakes that have the Olympic colors on them.
Oh, those are nice.
€1.60 and really not so great cacio e pepe burger.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Oh, it didn't have much sauce on it. It's just, you know what? It didn't taste the flame grill.
Oh, maybe the cacio e pepe drowned out the grill.
No, there wasn't a whole lot of sauce, but there wasn't a whole lot of flame grill in this burger either. So I don't know what's going on with the Burger King here. Probably not going to find out again. I'll tell you that.
Because you got the socks and your
Got the socks.
job
I'm
is done.
Happy. On my way to try to find these tins, which I didn't even get to that stop because it was like, oh, we got to get back. I had to transfer at the Duomo, and I was like, well, I'm here. Let me see what the line's like at the mega store. Zero line. Walked right in.
Wow.
I think
maybe
it's because it's Sunday night. Sunday night. New items in stock.
Really?
They have brought out all of the gloves and mittens. So there are gloves with tactical fingers, and then several different kinds of mittens that are very cute. There's a Team Italia mitten. There's ones with 26 on the palm kind of thing, and very cute, very nice. Currently priced, I think, at like €25.
You never know what it's going to be tomorrow.
Oh my gosh. Because, and they're still putting price tags on everything in the mega store, or on a lot of things in the mega store. Other stores, I stopped in the hockey speed skating store too, because they just have a handwritten price tag on top of the rack or by the thing, because that will change, that will fluctuate. And people are complaining about the prices changing all the time. They have these fuzzy tote bags that are like the head of Milo. So it's a big tote bag with this face on it. But the whole tote bag is brown fuzzy.
Oh.
It's really cute. Probably, I feel a little too old for that. But it is adorable. It's adorable.
You're never too old.
Yeah, well, I also didn't know how much it cost.
That's really the issue.
Right? Let's see. Where else are we at here? So I'm still on the hunt for these tins of candy that may come tomorrow. We did have a listener, Beth, noted in the Facebook group, if you were wondering why there were coffee pots in the opening ceremonies, she was thinking partly because mocha coffee pots were invented by Alfonso Bialetti, whose first independent workshop was in Omegna, Italy, about 60 miles northwest of here. And that could be it. They're those little pots that are like octagonal or something like that.
Right. They're very distinctive. They're not just your everyday stovetop espresso makers. These are a very distinct style.
Yes, and design. And I have seen on a different Facebook group that there are Milano Cortina 26 versions of these.
I just want to be a pink one, maybe purple. I'm not sure which shade is really my color, but I just want to be a dancing mocha pot.
You could do that anytime. Here.
I think I have my Halloween costume.
There you go. There you go. Before we get to today's results, we'd like to take a moment to thank everyone who's donated to our fundraiser to get us here. If you've just found us, we are an independent podcast, primarily listener funded. We're doing 32 daily episodes from Milano Cortina over the course of the games. And we need your help in keeping our flame alive throughout the year and leading up to LA 2028. If you go to flamealivepod.com/support, you will find a lot of options for donations. And we really appreciate everybody who's pitched in so far, because I tell you, I understood today why Andrea Joyce had like 3 assistants with her in Paris at all times.
She did.
She has a whole little team. I needed my team today.
I know.
Because I can't split myself into like 3 or 4 people.
That would be very messy.
Yes, that would be messy. Oh, also cultural. We got news today that Gabri Ponte, who is a dance and electronic music composer, will be performing at the closing ceremony. Are you excited about this? You have a look. I have no idea who this is.
I don't have any idea who this is either, but I am slightly concerned that we're going to get a repeat of that Paris closing ceremony.
I hope we don't.
Which would be not good.
Not good at all. Okay, results today. Women in alpine skiing, women had the giant slalom. Gold went to Federica Brignone, who broke her leg very badly last year and has come back from that. Did really well. Silver went to Sarah Hector from Sweden, and also silver, because there was a tie, was Thea Louise St. Jernstund from, and also silver, because there was a tie, went to Thea Louise St. Jernstund from Norway, and it's rare to get a double silver.
You know, especially in a race that has so many skiers.
Right.
And just such a surprise.
So Brignone said that Italy has invested a lot in winter sports over the last 4 years, and it is no secret that more investment means better training, and it basically said we can't have that end after the Olympics, because I bet the writing's on the wall. You know, we had our games. We're done investing. Good luck to you, kids. Over in biathlon, it was a very windy day for the men's and women's pursuit, but it was an exciting day. It was so good. It was so good. So what I loved was, because I had to watch it on the feed. Actually, I watched the data on the train, pumping my fist, as you will. And then I came home and watched the feed. And Tiril Ekkel, who is from Norway, big champion, she's since retired, she said the Swedes were not in great shape. And the commentators kept talking about how bad the Swedes were doing. Except for today, Martin Ponsiluoma from Sweden showed everybody. And he started in 7th in the pursuit, because this is we chased the leader, who was Kenton Fialmae. Ponce Loma had amazing shooting, and he really benefited from others not having amazing shooting. So Sweden is back. Silver went to Sturla Holm Lagerid from Norway. Don't know if another medal is enough to get your lady back.
Yeah, I don't think the number of medals is going to make a difference. The problem was the number of girls involved in the relationship.
No way. Are you saying there was more than one?
No, well, I'm saying
okay.
that he had a girlfriend and then he found somebody else.
Okay.
Thus, too many people in the relationship.
Yes. And then bronze went to Emilien Jacquelin from France. Jakob Falk, who is further down in the rankings, he's in his 5th Olympics. I mean, he's been a stalwart there for a long time, so it was cool to see him do yet another Olympics. The number 1 bib, the starter was Quentin Maillet, photo finish with Campbell Wright for 7th and 8th.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nice. Good job, Campbell. He's been struggling up until this point.
yeah,
to hear
but-
him get a top 10 is good for him.
He said he had a really great last lap. I think he's settling in. So still, I think, a couple races left for them. Crowds are great. The commentator said it's been a little corporate the last few days.
I heard that as well on yesterday's race where he was saying, oh, yes, we've had a lot of sponsor guests, is how he put it. And now
Wow.
that the real biathlon fans are coming out.
Oh, and the crowds are massive because they get like 20,000 people in there. And it is the biggest fan venue out of all of them here. And
As you would expect.
Yeah, and I'm surprised cross country doesn't have more spectators, but maybe they don't have enough places on the tracks, because biathlon they get big holding areas, and there are huge places where it's like 5 people deep. It's amazing. Over in the women's 10-kilometer pursuit, gold went to Lisa Vitozzi from Italy.
How happy are you?
I am so happy. She is, I did not realize, the first Italian to win in a biathlon gold.
I'm surprised she hasn't won before, or Doro hasn't won
No,
during their career.
I think relay stuff, but Doro got a bronze in the individual, if I remember correctly, in Beijing. Doro started, Dorothea Veer, also a favorite in my household. She started 44th and finished 9th. Which is amazing. Best isolated pursuit time for that. And that was amazing. She said she hasn't been feeling great. Didn't know she was going to start the race, but felt better with every lap. And now she's feeling like herself again. So we still got a couple races for you, Doro. Come on. A silver went to Maren Kyrkiaida from Norway. And bronze went to Suvi Minkinen from Finland.
Hooray, Manu.
That's right. This is Finland's first biathlon medal since 1998. Nagano.
My goodness.
I know. So exciting to see the Finns back.
Now, is Finland the one that you get the celebration cake?
Maybe Manu, get on that for us. There might be.
That you get a special cake when you get home?
Leave it to us to remember the celebration cakes.
Because if this is true, I would like to know exactly the components of the celebration cake.
Yeah, recipe would be helpful, so we can make it. Wouldn't it be awesome to make Finnish celebration cake? Our very own Deidre Irwin started 47th. She finished 35th. Had a little trouble on the shooting range, but ended strong. So that is good for her. Tomorrow is going to be special in biathlon, and it's going to be a medal reallocation ceremony from Vancouver 2010, and also one from 2014. The Vancouver 2010 is the men's 15-kilometer mass start. The original person to cross the line first was Yevgeny Ustugov from Russia. He was found guilty of blood doping in 2020. He appealed, and that was denied in 2024. He got disqualified from his results from January 2010 through the end of the season in 2014. He appealed to the Swiss Federal Tribunal, which is like the Supreme Court of all of the stuff. That appeal got rejected in May 2025. So the IOC announced the updated medals in September, this past September. So that means for the men's 15-kilometer mass start, Martin Fourcade got upgraded to gold. Pavel Hurat from Slovakia is going to get the silver, and Christoph Suman from Austria will get the bronze. And then that case also changed the results of the Sochi 2014 4 by 7.5 kilometer men's relay, which Russia had finished first in. Gold will now go to Germany, silver to Austria, and bronze to Norway. So it is a bummer about the original moment, but because you don't get that podium again, but at least 20,000 people are going to be there cheering for you. And the Boo brothers and Ole Arnar Bjorndalen will be back to get some medals. So it'll be nice to see all the old guys again. Thank you, Meredith, for that little tidbit. I had not seen that. Let's go over to bobsled.
Let me tell you something. I was watching bobsled today.
Yes.
Which is women's monobob. And something was off.
Really?
Because a lot of the women were bouncing all over the course. These were not smooth runs, and not smooth runs from people like our Bree Walker, who, as the announcer put it, is probably the best pilot on the circuit, was having a rough day. So his estimation was that the runners that they had put on the sled were not correct for the situation, for the environment, because it changed from when they set the sled to when they actually ran. Whoa. In enough that it affected which runners they should have used.
Oh, that is a bummer. So we have Laura Nolte. So we have currently, after 2 runs, Laura Nolte from Germany is in first, setting a track record on the first run. Alana Myers-Taylor is 0.22 seconds behind her, and Kaylee Armbruster Humphreys from the U.S. is in third place right now.
Yes, Bree Walker right now is in 7th. She pulled up from 12th in the first run. Yeah, this is not like her. So she's still in the hunt. We're hoping tomorrow's going to be a better day. Chris Foyt sighting.
Nice.
So he was helping all the U.S. sliders put the sled into the grooves at the top.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So I was like, hi, Chris. Hi, Chris. So every time they showed him, because there are 3 Americans, I was like, hi, it's my friend Chris, who actually is my friend because I met him. And the other thing I wanted to mention, and this is going to come back up when we get to hockey, on the feed, they kept showing the women's husbands and or partners who were at the race. So Alana Myers-Taylor would run, and then they'd show a shot of Nick Taylor. Which made me question, I haven't seen too many wives.
I don't know. We'll have to... No, we're on Wife Watch.
Just hold that thought until we get to hockey.
Okay. All right. Let's get to cross-country skiing first. The men had the 4 by 7.5 kilometer relay. Gold went to Norway in a resounding finish. They finished 22 seconds ahead of silver medalists France, and bronze went to Italy. This gives Johannes Klæbo his 9th Olympic gold medal. He now has the record for Winter Olympians, past Ole Einar Bjorndalen, Bjorn Daly, and Merritt Bjorgen, who all had 8. It's amazing.
Now he has 9.
I know, and now they're talking Michael Phelps, but he doesn't think he's going to ever catch Phelps because Phelps has so many medals.
True, but I mean, he's not even 30 yet.
I know.
So he certainly could do, in theory, 2 more.
Well, we will see. In curling, we had more round-robin action. The men had more of the sheet today. U.S. beat Sweden 8-6. Germany lost to Great Britain 9-4. Norway beat Italy 10-7. Canada beat China 6-3. USA beat Norway 10-8. Italy beat Czechia 10-5. And Switzerland eked out a victory over Great Britain 6-5 in an extra end. That game, the lead changed 6 times.
I can believe it. It was tight all the way through.
And Mark Kennedy from the Canadian team said, hey, we've cleaned up our releases.
Oh, I bet you have, Mark.
And they've got umpires watching now.
But here's the question. Has he cleaned up his mouth?
Don't know. Do you need a bar of soap when you go up to Cortina?
Apparently I do. Come here, Mark. Sit down. We have to a little chatty about your mouthy mouth. Here's the life boy.
He'll go blind. And the men's standings are Switzerland is still undefeated at 5-0. Canada is at 4-1. Great Britain and US are 4-2. Italy and Norway are 3-2. Germany's 2-3. Sweden is 1-4. And China and Czechia both have not seen a win yet. In the women's round robin, Korea beat Japan 7-5. Denmark beat Italy 7-2. Sweden beat Great Britain 10-7, and the U.S. beat China 6-5. Sweden is undefeated for the women. U.S. is at 4-1. Switzerland 3-1. Denmark, Korea are both at 3-2. China is 2-2. Canada, Great Britain are 1-3. Japan is 1-4, and Italy is 0-5.
I got to get my eyes on Italy now to see it. Are they playing that poorly?
Yeah, we gotta pull up. We gotta pull up a game.
Got to watch them and see what's going on, because this is ridiculous that Italy hasn't won a match yet.
All right, figure skating. Take it away.
Take it away. So we had the pairs tonight, and it was some wild stuff going on in pairs. A lot of the favorites that we've talked about previously literally fell or stumbled or tripped or dropped their partner, or not quite, but it was pretty bad. But let's start off with the good things. So Spencer Howe and Emily Chan had a really nice program. Just one little touchdown by Emily on the side-by-side jumps, rather on the throw triple loop. They are currently in 9th, so we will see them in the free skate. The standings, I don't even know what to do with this, because Sway and Han, the defending champions, are in 6th place. The world champions, Miura and Kahari, are in 5th place. They
what happened to them?
couldn't do the lift. They started to go up on the lift, and he just never got her in the air.
Oh no, that's huge.
So it's just a completely blown element.
And it looked horrible. I mean, he was so distraught at the end.
He was crushed. Kanji and Machi, who both Sarah Hughes and I had picked to win, are down in 8th. They had trouble in the side-by-sides. Here's the really wild one. I got to scroll this all the way down. Diana Stiletto-Dudak and Maxime Duchamp are in 14th.
Oh, no.
She had a fall at the end of the lift, and they had trouble on the side-by-sides.
And I did see that one. I was paying attention to that one. And that freak fall coming out of the lift, it was like she stumbled or hit something.
It looked like when she came down, she just wasn't square on her skate. She was too far back, and just, the ice is slippery, and out her feet came from under her.
So, and she was not happy. You could tell that.
She was not happy, no.
But hey, she got here, and she's an Olympian officially.
And she competed, absolutely. So in the lead are Hassan Volodin from Germany. In second are Medelkina and Berolava from Georgia. Third, the other Canadians who competed so nicely in the team event, Pereira and Mouchard, in 3rd place.
Wow.
Very much a surprise. I mean, Cam and O'Shea are in 7th. They looked great.
Oh, I noticed theirs too. And he looks so calm and happy out there. And you can tell she's nervous. You can see it. And she's a little tight on some stuff. And so she had a touchdown with her hand on one of the jumps. But eventually, at the end, she relaxed. But you can tell she's just a little tentative.
The magic that they had in the long program of the team has carried over, however. They've got a spark this week. And I am hoping they can pull off a little bronze medal upset.
Oh, that would be nice. I'm just hoping for a great program from them.
I'm just hoping for some clean skating. There has been much too much tripping and falling and hands down in this program this time around.
So, fun fact about Sway and Han, who are the Chinese pair who defending Olympic champions. Well, they've retired, and then they've decided to come back. Sway is studying choreography, and then Han has said that his goal is different this time around because it's always been medals, but they now want to show what they can do. They want to have some fun while they're here, it sounds like, and they want to influence the next generation. He said it was a big challenge to lose weight and recover his technical skills.
I can believe it because they weren't just not competing, but kind of training. They had retired.
Yeah.
And were completely off the ice and had not skated together until this past year. That's a big change.
Yeah. Big change. In the audience was a guy in a matador costume.
I did not see that.
It was surprising to me too. Like, wow, that is a get up.
That is a choice.
Moving over to freestyle skiing, we had the men's dual moguls. It was a dad podium. And Michael Kingsbury from Canada won gold. Silver went to Ikuma Horishima from Japan, and bronze went to Matt Graham from Australia. And Horishima lost control of his speed in the final run.
He was going down so fast that as he went to do the second jump, he just could not control it and had to bail. So just sort of literally just jumped up and landed safely. And that was all he could manage.
Wow.
So kind of handed Kingsbury the gold medal with that overspeed run. But it was still pretty cool to watch.
We also had free ski big air qualifications today because it's the weather is going to be pretty bad starting Sunday night and all through Monday. So they moved stuff up for the free skiers. The standings after the qualification rounds are Mark Forehand from the U.S. is in first. Mate Svanker from Austria is in second. And Birk Ruud from Norway is in third. They said it was very cold today out there. And the jumps in the sun, so it gets softer in the sun and then it freezes up at night. But they like it. They say it's very consistent.
And predictable, which makes for some good big air. I wish it had a better name.
I don't know. What do you expect?
I know.
Come on. We could come up with something. It would not be any better, I can tell you.
Icy flip-flop.
Well, okay, let's talk ice hockey.
Okay. I got to the big arena today.
Oh, you did? How was your journey?
Long. We've been joking how it takes an hour to get everywhere. Mm-hmm. This is an hour and a half.
It's a trek.
It's a trek. And each time you think, oh, I've hit a point at which I'm going to make some progress. Oh, I've finished with the train. Here's the shuttle. But you have to walk to the shuttle. And then you get off the shuttle. Oh, I'm off the shuttle. No, then you have to trek to the door.
It's a long walk to the door.
Very long walk to the door. And then you get to the door and you say, oh, I'm at the door. No, long walk to the Tribune to find the elevator. You forgot to tell me about that part.
Because I didn't know where the elevator was because I was taking the stairs. I also took a different set of stairs, which I don't know if I'm allowed up. But I took them.
Well, there is an elevator that I was directed to, but didn't tell me what floor to get off on.
Did you go to all the floors?
Thankfully, I did not, because there was a sign in the elevator that pointed to the floor. So I figured that was, since this was the media elevator, that the little sign that they had the pointy to would be where I was supposed to go. Just a guess.
Do they still have the tanks in the plaza by the shuttle buses?
The tanks? No, there were no, I didn't see any tanks.
Okay, maybe they've moved them. Decided they didn't need to show their display of force.
In general, I did notice this today. There's much less security than we saw in Paris. Much less.
But it is all over the place. Let me tell you, I had yesterday in Bormio, I had a woman who, she's thorough about checking every zipper in my backpack. And today at speed skating, there was a guy who saw my credential. He's like, just come this way. Skip the metal detectors,
yes. Ma'am. I had that guy yesterday.
I love him.
I was very appreciative of that. And my woman today I started to unzip the bag and she said, no, that's okay. I know we are women.
That's awesome.
I was like, thanks. I have a lot of stuff in here, but it's just because I'm a woman. But that's actually what I wanted to talk about a little bit, was because This arena is gorgeous. It is a beautiful NHL quality arena. It is huge. You can see where they ran out of time to make and then have the temporary seating.
Yep.
You can see the distinct line, but it's going to be fantastic when it's actually finished.
What we should place bets on when it will be actually finished, because I bet that seating doesn't get fixed for a long time. Because I'll have to like return the rented seating.
Right.
But
and then
they'll
just have
probably just be
2/3
like-
of the seating.
Yeah, well, we
It's
can put
good
the
enough
stage
for
there.
now.
Yeah.
But here's what got me upset. Why did the men get an actual stadium and the women get a high school gym?
It's really upsetting.
It is so stark. And the women's games are only in the actual arena, semifinals and up.
Except for
that one US-Canada game, which I guess they thought would sell out, but they didn't even try.
Yeah, well, the game did sell out. I mean, it was full in the Santa Giulia arena for the U.S. versus Canada game. It was packed in there. It was phenomenal.
There is no way that women's hockey should be treated, never mind like the ugly stepsister, like the neglected third cousin. I mean, it's such a stark contrast, not just in the quality of the arenas and the size of the arenas, but what you're saying about the sport. Mm-hmm. You're saying only men's hockey matters.
Right, and it's like because they have the NHL. But we don't make a big deal about the professional women's hockey league being part of this as well, because there are a lot of pro hockey players.
Yes, and not just on the U.S. and Canada. Mm-hmm. On other teams as well.
It feels like they said, oh, we have to scramble to put together a team for Italy, so nobody must like women's hockey.
It's so stark that it reminds me so much of, we talk a lot about gender parity isn't equality. Mm-hmm. And yeah, okay, we have an equal number of teams in the men's and the women's draw, but there is no equality here.
Right. And they would say, come back and go, well, we don't have two big arenas for this. Well, why don't you put the men in? Why don't you swap them back and forth? Put the men in the small arena. See what they think about it.
Honestly, there were so few games that needed to be played at the same time. You didn't need two arenas.
Yeah.
You could have done it with one.
Right. Or do the practice arena. There is a practice rink, I believe, in the Santa Giulia one.
There has to be.
Put practices there, or have them practice at Row too. They can do it.
They're big boys. They can handle it.
Right. They're just excited to be at the Olympics. Anyhow, what game did you see?
So I saw the Switzerland-Czechia game.
Ooh, that's a fun
which was
one.
a good game. It went into overtime. It was scoreless, and then all of a sudden we got all these goals.
Did they have songs? What were their songs?
I did not recognize the songs.
Were they? Well, did the Czechs have that doom 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 doom?
They did not have the same song that the Czech women had.
Ooh.
So I don't know if they have songs or it was just music that they played. Yeah, are we treating this like an actual game?
Well, I don't mind the songs for the team.
It was a very partisanly Swiss crowd, which really surprised me. I don't know why. I mean, there was a good number of Czech fans, but when the Swiss scored, it was all of a sudden the whole arena erupted in red flags waving everywhere. And at first I couldn't always tell who was cheering for the Czechs and who was cheering for the Swiss, because you would see red and white and it could go either way unless they put the blue in. But yes, I am a fan of the arena. You are right. It is a gorgeous stadium.
So they are in Group A, if you're keeping track at home. Also in Group A, Canada beat France 10-2.
Ouch.
And then in Group C, Denmark beat Latvia 4-2, and USA beat Germany 5-1. So this was a huge win for Denmark.
That's big over Latvia.
Yes, and over Latvia. Come on. They got an empty net goal at the end, which they were very excited about because the points are important for ranking. So that could be something that pops them into the elimination round. We'll keep an eye on that. Skeleton had the mixed team relay today. Gold went to Great Britain, the team of Matt Weston and Tabitha Stoker. And that's a double gold for Matt Weston. So good on you.
Yeah, Team GB has not been having a great games, so this is a big boost for them.
Silver went to Germany, Axel Jung and Susanne Kreyer. And bronze also went to Germany, Jacqueline Pfeiffer and Christopher Grotier. In ski jumping, we had the women's large hill. This is the first time large hill has been competed in the Olympics for women.
And there wasn't a single uterus that fell out.
I cannot believe it. Jeez. And they were like, they were thrilled. They've been fighting a long time for this, of course, proving that uteruses do stay in the body when you
even
jump.
on a large hill.
That's right. That's right. So gold went to Anna Odine Strøm from Norway. That's a double gold for her this games. Silver went to Irin Maria Kvandal from Norway. And bronze went to Nika Previc from Slovenia. And she got a gold in the team and the silver on the normal hill. So she's got a full set for this games.
And she also has bragging rights over her brother, Domen, who she won the team gold with. But he won on the large hill as well, but didn't medal on the normal hill. So now she's got more medals than her brother.
Ooh. Moving over to snowboard, we had the mixed team cross, I believe, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so gold went to Great Britain's Hugh Nightingale and Charlotte Banks. What they said in the media zone was that this was the first Olympic winter golds for Great Britain in 102 years. Didn't Matt Weston win one yesterday?
Yes, he did.
Oh, okay. Thanks, OIS.
Maybe on the snow as opposed to on the ice.
Oh, that could be. Could be. Now I got to fact check. Don't make me do that. But it was very exciting that Great Britain's cleaning up a little bit here. Silver went to Italy's Lorenzo Samariva and Michela Moioli, and bronze went to France, Luan Bozzolo and Lea Casta. We also had the slopestyle qualifications rescheduled from Monday because of bad weather. So standings are Dane Menzies from New Zealand's in first, Marcus Cleveland from Norway in second, and Mark McMorris from Canada is in third. As you remember, Mark McMorris, huge crash.
Yeah, he had a crash in training on February 4th. He had a concussion and bone bruising and an abdominal strain. He did not get medical clearance to get back on the slopes until Thursday.
Wow.
And here it is Sunday, and he's in third place.
That's pretty good. And they moved up his competition. So he had one less day to recover than we all thought he would. So the women also had their slopestyle qualifications. Standings currently are defending champion Zoe Sadowski-Sinnott from New Zealand is in first.
No, not until she wins.
Well, she's in first in the... oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Not unless she wins does she get a little...
Okay. All right. Second is Kokomo Murase from Japan. And third is Sungyeon Yu from Japan. So we'll see those. I think the medals are still going to be on Tuesday.
That's the plan.
Yeah, we'll see. Speed skating. This is what I went to today.
And apparently got yourself into some trouble.
Well, I didn't have to book it too much. I was pretty much on time for being early, although I was still in seats, but I did do the lap seat like you did. But that section started filling up and people kept looking for seats. So I put my feet down after a while and put my laptop away so that somebody could sit down in front of me, except for one of the reporter bros, one of the press bros we had a few of them who claimed another seat for their bags. And you'd have press people coming in and be like, where can I sit? Where can I sit? And the volunteers would be like, well, I don't see it. And they should have said, hey, bro, do you need that second seat? You don't. Move it over. And they didn't, but I was trying to take pictures, and you have to wait and focus a long time. And I'm sitting there with my camera focused at an empty track, and I get yelled at for no filming. And I'm like, I know that. I did kind of outburst. I know what I'm supposed to do. You don't have to tell me. I'm not filming a blank picture of ice. I'm going to take a photo, hopefully, when they skate by into my frame. I also almost burst onto the field of play.
How did this happen?
Because I couldn't remember where the press seating was. You go in the back. We have to go in the back of this. And it's everything. It's the Olympic family entrances right there. There's one little, and it's just temporary office walls everywhere. They've got a little gym in one of the offices. There's mix zone one way, press tribune one way. I don't even know where the media center is. There's just office after office after office. And I burst in the door and I'm looking around for press tribune and I see stairs and I almost went down them or up them, and that was the stairs to get to the center of the track.
Yeah, don't go down those stairs. It's like the time in Beijing where I went up the hill.
And I just get the gondola. You took the wrong gondola.
I took the wrong gondola and almost ended up they were going to make me ski down the mountain if they had gone up that way.
That would have been fun, because maybe you would have beat the mountain.
No, the mountain definitely would have beaten me.
I also found another friend of Eric Heiden, and that would be a listener, Brian, who sent me a picture of Eric Heiden with Snoop Dogg at the festivities last night with Jordan Stoltz. And he captioned it, not pictured on the left, as Alison Brown of Keep the Flame Alive podcast, who was also in the audience. Which made me laugh all night long. So thank you, Brian. And he said, by the application of your rules, he is also good friends with Eric Heiden, because he was a big fan when he was a little kid. And he's been to Lake Placid and Colorado and saw his Olympic skates at the museum in Las Vegas. So he's my friend too. So we have a whole little club forming, Friends of Eric Heiden.
I see no problem with this, Brian. You are welcome in the Friends of Eric Heiden club.
So if you are also a friend of Eric Heiden, please let us know. I will be your secretary, because I'm not a friend. I'll just administrate this stuff. You can all friend him together. And we'll get this club going. You don't have to be a fan. It's not a fan club. You're a friend club.
You're a friend. Poor Eric Heiden has no idea the shade that is being thrown in his direction.
You know who also had no idea what to do with me? Because I was delirious at this point in the night for no good reason. A lovely woman who was writing stuff for Team USA. And when she said Team USA, my brain transferred that into U.S. speed skating. So I told her this story, because I'm like, is Eric Heiden going to be around tomorrow? And I tell him this story. And then a few minutes later, I realize, oh, you're not with U.S. speed skating. And I'm really sorry I told you that weird story. She's like, it's okay. She was very sweet. And then I could not grab the U.S. speed skating person in time to ask, will Eric Heiden be around, because he's got friends who are coming and want to be in the room with him.
See, now I can't go to speed skating.
Yes, you have to. You have to.
Well, actually, speed skating's not on the calendar tomorrow.
Well, there's still speed skating to come. We've got time.
Yes.
I forgot. Almost got to put this on the what I forgot to tell you today. They had T-Bach there. T-Bach was there. They pulled him into the field of play and was doing a little interview with him. And she's like, Thomas Bach, everybody. And nobody clapped. Nobody really knew who. I don't think people realized who that was or whatever. And he was, smiley about it. But it's just kind of funny.
Poor T-Bach. Once he got out of the presidency, everyone's forgotten him.
I know. Well, you have a crowd full of Dutch fans. Again, Sea of Orange.
Sea of Orange.
It's amazing. First up tonight was the men's team pursuit quarterfinals. So Italy, USA, China, and Netherlands move on to the semis. France and Norway will be in the C final, and Germany and Japan will be in the D final. I really enjoyed this. Because you saw Pursuit. No, you saw Pursuit last night. So I saw it tonight. And what was funny was most of the time they'd just be in a line. I thought they changed positions, and they don't. But they would be like, I'm going to have my hand behind my back, kind of on my butt, and the guy behind him would be touching the hand. So it'd be kind of like, I'm keeping my hand, I got you. I'm staying in contact. I'm touching your butt, but...
in an appropriate way.
Yes, exactly. But then I felt bad when somebody on the back end fell off the line. And you're like, come on, catch up. You got to do it.
You've got to stay together.
That's right. We also had the women's 500 meters. This was a Snoop Dogg in the house for this one. And gold went to Femke Kok from Netherlands with an Olympic record. Silver went to Jutta Leerdam from Netherlands, and that's her second medal of the games. And bronze went to Miho Tagaki from Japan. Our Erin Jackson, this was tough, a little tough to watch. It gets better. She was fifth. She had the fastest opening 100 meters ever. It was phenomenal. And then in the backstretch, she said her feet got away from her a little bit and she stumbled. And that was it. And from my vantage, because I was in like curve 1, I saw something happen. It's just like, ooh, what happened there? Because that was
didn't
it.
Look
and
right.
And she was, she started on the outside, and just Femke got her. I think she started. No. She started on the inside. So she started on the inner lane and had to switch to the outer lane. So you got the harder part coming around the backside. So, but Femke Kok, whoa, that was a skate. And, Erin missed the podium by 0.05 seconds. I went down to the mix zone because I wanted to talk to her. And she is an amazing person because she basically was really chill about the whole thing. And she said, I really love pressure and all this environment, and I stumbled and missed the podium, and that's what it is. This is what happens. And was like no big deal.
Good on her.
I mean, it was really a good lesson. They need to bottle whatever is in her brain and try to share that with other people. She would like to keep competing, so hopefully we will continue to see her. She also said, and I asked her about technique compared, because she has not been on ice skates for a long time. She's been, it's been like 8 years now, but compared to, say, a Dutch person, she hasn't been on skates hardly at all. And I asked, like, what about her technique? Does she still need to work on and stuff? And she said, well, this year I've been working on my 1,000 because I really wanted to make the Olympics for that. And working on that meant she still had to work really hard to keep her fast feet for 500 meters. Yeah, fast feet. What's up with that? Now I got more stuff on the list. Thanks, Erin. But she was very, very, very lovely, and as always, and that was really fun. Also, what is fun is watching the athletes greet their friends and family. At the end, there were a few of those that I got to see. That was really nice. I do want to call out the first person to skate. Had to skate alone. Ellie Smeding from Great Britain. She, of course, skating alone, Netherlands, cheering for her all the way. And at the finish, she wiped out and smacked into the boards. Halt the track, everybody. Massive repair going on. And they brought out flatteners. And they brought out big purple spray bottles.
Oh, I've seen the spray bottles.
Isn't that cool?
Yes. There's like little mini hand Zambonis.
Yeah. So they have some kind of spray bottle. They pump it. And it shoots out something because they really had some grooves that they had to fix. So it took a while, but ice people all over it tonight. So good night. It was a really good race. And Erin had said, like, look, Femke's been the best in this distance all year long. So it's not a surprise that she won. We got Team Keep the Flame Alive coming back tomorrow.
We do. We've got some good ones. Frank Del Duca will be piloting with Josh Williamson as pusher in the two-man bobsled runs 1 and 2. In women's monobob, Bree Walker and Alana Myers-Taylor will be finishing up their competition. And as I mentioned earlier, Spencer Howe and partner Emily Chan will be skating in the pairs free skate.
All right, and we have shout-outs.
Yes, first is Tommy Phillips from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and author of the book, The 1980 Moscow Olympics.
Which we will be looking at later this year, so you should pick up a copy, and hopefully we will be talking with Tommy about that soon. We don't have a Tommy Phillips or even a Tom Phillips or a Thomas Phillips, which I didn't search Thomas, but there's no Tom Phillips who's been an Olympian, but we have Don Phillips, which is close, and he competed in 1968 in ice dance when it was not a medal sport yet.
Not until 1976.
That's right. And then we also have,
Ska from Boston, Massachusetts.
and we don't have a Sietske either, but we have a Sietja Vanderlenden, Sietja Vanderlende from the Netherlands, who competed in speed skating in 1976 and 1980. So thank you very much to both Tommy and Siska. And we also have mascots.
We do. We have our daily mascot today is Daisy, the short-haired cat. Daisy was found on a porch hiding next to a watering can, which is how she got her name.
Aw.
She's grown from a tiny 3-week-old orphan to queen of her castle and living a royal life. She likes to dress up because she has learned there are always treats involved. And the picture that we are going to have in the Substack newsletter will prove what a queen that she is. So thanks to Lori and Lily for sharing Daisy with Sjukflastan and for helping us get to Italy.
Thank you so much, Lori and Lily. I'm excited about the newsletter. You can sign up at flamealivepod.com. And that's going to do it for this episode. If you want even more of the most fun coverage of the games, hit us up at flamealivepod.com. You can get our socials there. Again, sign up for that newsletter because it's pretty fun. And other direct ways to contact us. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for what we forgot to tell you about today. Fingers crossed that I have remembered it all.
I think you have.
You might. So we will see. And we might have more new members of the Friends of Eric Heiden.
You never know. It's an ever-growing club.
Except for you won't get one member. Unless I become an actual friend of Eric Heiden.
He seems like a very nice man, so I think he'd be happy to have more friends.
All right, well, we will work on our friend status with him over the course of the games. Grazie mille per l'ascolto.
And until next time, ciao, and keep the flame alive.